I think when it comes to the support of endometriosis in the workplace, there's two ways of offering support. One is obviously for those suffering in the workplace, and but then the other side of it is people who maybe are in the workplace who have partners externally who are suffering with the condition. And I think it's easily covered in a sense by employers with two simple things: compassion and understanding. Um, and this comes down to an education piece of learning more about what it is and how it affects people. So endometriosis is a medical condition that affects approximately 1 in 10 women of reproductive age worldwide, and it leads to debilitating symptoms such as chronic pelvic pain, fatigue, and infertility, to name but a few. um, Despite its prevalence, it's still frequently misunderstood and underdiagnosed. The only sort of real gold standard for diagnosing it is a surgical diagnosis, which obviously is not commonly done straight away. Um, Now, with it being so misunderstood and undiagnosed, it really can exacerbate the challenges faced by those living with it. So there's several steps that employers can take to support people dealing with this, and especially considering that March marks Endometriosis Awareness Month. So, firstly, flexible working arrangements can help by accommodating things like medical appointments, pain management strategies, or when symptoms are particularly severe on certain days. Then things like providing sufficient paid sick leave. It allows employees to take time off for treatment, or if they have got severe flare-ups, without having to worry about their financial security, because presenteeism is such, as much as a problem as absenteeism. People coming to work when they probably shouldn't be and should be taking time off, but can't necessarily afford to. Um, Lastly, I think educating line managers and colleagues about endometriosis, it helps foster a supportive work environment. So encourages empathy and understanding. When people understand something a bit better, they tend to empathize towards it a bit better, and it makes life of those suffering with it a lot easier. So I think access to certain things in place, like, I mean, health insurance won't necessarily cover the condition itself, but it will help cover up to, say, a diagnosis, for example. There's a lot of third-party providers out there who will provide really good access to female health care as well, that we work with and will always recommend. Um, I think essentially all of these things are going to help alleviate the impact of endometriosis on an employee's well-being, and by acknowledging the existence of this condition, and obviously the awareness month this month, and implementing supportive measures, it's really going to help an employer demonstrate their commitment to the overall health and happiness of their workforce.